Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sean Andrew, back with another review. This time we'll be talking about Pretty Little Liars, Season 2, Episode 17, The Blonde Leading the Blind. Now, in this episode, I'm actually going to go down in order of the characters I felt were least important to most important. So we'll start off with Emily. She didn't really have a storyline in this particular episode. She did personally have a conflict with Jenna, though, that I thought was really interesting. But outside of that, Maya wasn't really brought up, or anything about her school wasn't brought up. Next thing we'll go over is to Hanna. Hanna kind of had a really big breakdown. She learns that Caleb was able to decode more of the imagery on the flash drive, and once he tells her that, hey, as I was decoding this, I actually saw Jenna's boyfriend sitting right in front of me. This freaks out Hanna. She grabs the flash drive and she throws it into the blender. They have an argument, and then he storms off. She even questions to her mother about, have you had to keep a secret from dad? Because this is being kind of a strain on their relationship, that now he's becoming more and more not only interested, but now starting to become really a part of their situation. Because the girls later on, once he gave them the information, he then now learns more about what's happening. We also found out that he kept a backup of the whole thumb drive. So he's going to continue to keep looking into it, but I doubt he's going to tell Hanna at this time. But she really needs to take a chill pill, because right now all of a sudden, she did change her pace a bit. She started talking with Mona, because Mona's still dealing with Nolan just up and leaving her, which he played her real dirty. Dissing her in front of his friend. It's really rough. But Hanna finally came around, and now she seems to be kind of chatty with Mona, which is great since they were friends before. And then we're going to go over to Spencer. Spencer. Okay. The whole issue with Spencer in this case is where Toby ends up falling off of the kind of like the stands that the painters used to paint the side of the house. And it was the bolts that were being unscrewed at the end of last episode. We found out there was a support beams for him that were removed. So he falls, hurts his arm, ends up in the hospital. And when she shows up, she's really worried about him. Things are just going on. I can't really tell you everything right now, but you just got to understand. The doctor walks in, who was the same doctor that she had kind of had a fling with in season 1, and they had this kind of look that Toby picked up on really quick. And like, no, it's nothing. We just happen to know each other because he used to date her sister. So that's pretty much the end of that. But nope, she then sees what happened to him, and she takes it a lot more personal than ever. Where she has Emily goes and tell him, hey, look, when we were separated before, there was somebody else, a mistake. And now that we're separated again, the mistake has returned, so now it's only fair that I officially let you go. Well, that of course doesn't sit too well with Toby, because as the doctor comes in later the following morning, he's now pissed at the doctor because he happens to reference about her and him and Spencer being together. And lo and behold, doctor said, well, yeah, we were, but you had broken up. Now, this is what I found interesting. I think the doctor had to be on it, or in the whole situation, because we all thought Toby was the killer at first. And this was long after the doctor and Spencer had a fling. So, I'm guessing the doctor had to be on this whole situation. But at the end, Toby pulls up in their driveway, and he leaves the truck, keys in the ignition, and he leaves a note. And so the girls come out, they see it. Spencer reads the note, and it practically just says, that he'll be gone. Well, now we're going to go over to Aria. Aria, to me, had the best story of the night, even though hers was a bit brief. Aria had been trying again to get in contact with Mr. Fitz, left a message, and decided that her and Holton was going to go out on another fake me out date, in which she would get a chance to try to see Mr. Fitz again. She leaves a message telling him to show up and to meet her at this place at this time. And if you do, then I guess, we can work something out. And if you don't, then I guess it wasn't meant to be. Well, due to a student that was talking with Mr. Fitz about fighting for love and, the battle and everything about, doing what's right and standing up for what you believe in, Mr. Fitz gets the feeling and he shows up and it's pouring raining and he gets out his car and he calls for Aria and she comes out and then they start kissing. I'd have been pissed if I'd have been stuck behind him and they're just sitting there lip locking. Like, I'd have been honking my horn. Like, that just, his car was on and everything. Like, I guess it's cute for TV, but if you look at it in reality, somebody would have got beat up pretty badly or the car just would have got bumped. Either way, I was sitting in the car and they're talking and they realize, he wants to really take this chance. If this is really what she wants and he wants to see her happy, then he's going to take the chance. So it's going to be great to see how they turn out. As again, if you've been following my reviews, that I like them two as a couple. I'm glad they're going to continue to push it, even though since this is CW and it does hit towards a younger audience, it is probably sending the wrong message. But either way, it's great. Please leave your comments down below on what you thought about the show. Do you think about Aria and Mr. Fitz? Are they actually going to be a really solid couple together? Or, as when Aria gets older, maybe it's just going to end up being a fling for her. So that has been my review for the TV show review. And this is my review of Pretty Little Liars, Season 2, Episode 17, The Blonde Leading the Blind. I'm Sean Andrews, TV show review. See ya.